Hi everyone, my name is Carolina. I'm a children's book author and illustrator, and today I thought to show you how to draw the main character of this picture book, The Book Without a Story, which I wrote and illustrated. And I'll tell you just a few words about the book and how this idea came to my mind, and maybe what's my favorite parts of this book. So, well, you may have guessed already what's the book about. It's about books in general. And where do you think it takes place, the story? In a library. So actually this story idea came to my mind one day when I was at the library. I love going to the libraries and especially to the children's section because there's so many fun and colorful books, and I love illustrated books. I love to look at other authors and other illustrators, what they came up with. So one day I was there browsing and also looking at how everyone had fun, a bit like in this spread. I was looking how people were enjoying reading books, reading to their children, how children were running around or reading or laughing. So all this experience kind of inspired me and gave me an idea to write a book about books as characters. So I thought the magic part here would be that the books come to life at nighttime. So when there's no one around, when the lost librarian goes home to bed, the books would come out and talk to one another. And what do they talk about? Well, they basically talk about us, the readers. So they talk about their adventures and experiences outside the library. Who took them home? Who read them? They even maybe know the name of the children. So all this fun stuff the books were talking about, the main character, the little book, was listening to and was a bit sad because this book was never borrowed, was never taken home, and was never read by anyone. And his name is Dusty. Why do you think he's called Dusty? Because he's full of dust. He's at the top of the shelf, was never read, and his cover was full of dust, so we couldn't see his real face. So I thought I'll show you later how to draw this character. And I think after you can draw this, you may draw any book. So you could even add a title to the book, or a face, or an illustration to make it even more interesting. Well, I must tell you that Dusty does have a beautiful fun cover, but at the moment it's just full of dust, so we can't see it. Well, one of my favorite illustrations here that I'm proud of in a way is this one, where the books make a book ladder to help Dusty get down off that shelf so he would have a chance to be read by someone. And I think it was quite fun to draw them all on top of each other, getting up to Dusty. Let me have a think what other spreads I may love here. Ooh, I love to work with light and shadow, and maybe I can show you how to draw a bit of light and shadow. This one. This is a spread where I created this light and shadow effect. I love to work with that. And especially in this book, where I've got lots of nighttime spreads. We had like this one, yeah? It's so important to represent the nice light of the moon, yeah, in this dark room. It gives it a nice effect. And I loved also to illustrate the end papers. I always love to add a bit more interesting, fun things to the end papers. So as you can see here, we've got lots of children reading all kind of books. And I think I even had a dog reading, the guinea pig hiding there, two boys reading too. So end papers are always fun to illustrate because you just can add a tiny bit more to the story. So are you ready, guys, to draw Dusty? I am. Okay, guys, so that's how we'll draw Dusty. So first of all, you need to draw a square. So we'll need basically 4 lines. And don't worry if they're not perfectly straight. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. And now we want to make this shape look more 3D, like here. Yeah. So what you're going to do next is add 3 more little lines. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, and now you basically need to connect them. So 1 more line here, 1 here, and that's looking like a 3D shape. Here you can actually add a little semicircle. That's where the spine of the book is. And we'll also add a few more lines here and here to create the pages. So just a few thin lines to give the impression of the pages, yeah? So now what I'll do is draw the face of Dusty. And as you can see here, he's a bit sad, but we'll make him look happy. So we'll need to add a smile, just like that. Cute little smile, and then 2 eyes, so basically 2 circles. Try to make them the same size if you can. Sometimes it's tricky a bit. You can see mine are not perfect, but that's fine. And I'll draw 2 more. I want to show him looking up, so just draw 2 more circles in there. You can give him a hint of eyebrows. He's got a bit of a blush here, so you could actually add that with some pink or red. So now what I'll do is just add a line behind him and also 2 more lines under to show the shelf he's on. And maybe what we could draw also is this little spider. So just a line going down and then an oval and 3 little circles, and then 3 little dots in those circles for the eyes. And because the spider is upside down, the smile will be upside down too, yeah? And then we need a few legs, so we can have like brackets, yeah? Okay, and what else we could add? We could maybe add a speech bubble just for fun, like a big oval if you can, to do it with a little triangle. And we'll write hi. And what else you could do? I mean, you could draw other books just like that, but add a few more images on them and stuff, like the title and the illustration. It depends on what kind of book it is. But in this case, Dusty is full of dust, so we can't see the image on him. It's just his face. And I'll just show you quickly to make it look even a bit more 3D. We'll add a bit of shadows. So what we could do here is just shade this area with a pencil. It could be a colored pencil, maybe a bluish one or brownish one. And then the shadow that falls from the book, we'll just draw a line here. And then you can shade that in. And then usually shadows start a bit darker near the object. So you can just increase the tone there and softly disappears there. Could even add a bit of shadow here on the wall. And then if you want, even the little spider could have a bit of shadow. And also this side here, this thickness of the shelf, it could have a shadow too. You could also use the shading if you want to create the dusty part on him. And again, you could use a colored pencil for that. maybe a brown, a grey or a purple, or you can mix a few of these colors together. So you see, very gently, you don't have to press hard, just very, very soft. With the side of the pencil you get this soft kind of lines. Okay, and here is Dusty. Hope you enjoyed. See you.